First thing is why we choose only those 3 websites in France. They are first because Agoravox is an emblematic and a pioneer among the citizen and community website, which has been created in France in May 2005, and the objective of this of the site was to exploit and to show that it exists in collective intelligence. The second one is Rue89, is an initiative of journalists formerly at Liberation, which is a newspaper. And the name Rue89 was chosen for 2 reasons. First one is La Rue, it's the street. It's supposed to represent a place for meeting and discussion. And while 89 is a number laden with history, evoking in particular the French revolutions and the fall of the Berlin Wall, and 2 great moments in affirmation of the freedom. So, Rue 89, it's a place to express freedom and to show that freedom is very important. And the third one, Post.fr, is a subsidiary of Le Monde, and Le Monde, which is a famous French newspaper. And it was interesting to see how those different websites show who are speaking about the different news. What we decided to is that for us it was very important that in the social media, participatory media, that it was free. So there is one site which called Mediapart, but you have to pay something, and we refused to study it. And another one was Bakshish, and Bakshish was very satirical, and we considered that it was not very representative of the website in terms of media. The first thing, because I was not a user of this kind of site, of website, and I asked me the question, why I will go to the site? And the first question was, if I am searching about news, if I want to find news, or specifically out news, because sometimes in France you see that some paper express that we find on Rue89 this kind of information, and perhaps sometimes exclusive news, or if it was only for discussion and debates. And what we try to do too is to create a general table with a lot of criteria to see if there is a possibility to compare those different media participative websites. And of course we have a problem. It's not a problem. The first thing that you see, and I'm sorry, okay, it shows that when we arrive, okay, it doesn't work. I will go directly perhaps on the another way.
The framework.
Perhaps I.
Yes, you can double click on the.
Yeah.
There's no link, so this.
I will show you only the result. Okay. Just we will of course not describe different lines, but our approach was to define some category, because I was a new user, and I said, okay, what is important and what is not important. And so we defined 70 criteria different with 7 categories, like artistic, like editorial, like the kind, how the redaction was organized, and something like this. And what was important for us was the quality of the front page. When an arrive, if the front page shows the front page, and if it is somewhat attractive. The second point, which was interesting for us, was the quality and the credibility of the news. When I have an article, why I will be interested in this article, and what kind of information are given about this article to show me that it's interesting or not. Advertising, one point very important for us too, because we are in the media and social participation, and advertising is very close to the mass media. What part of advertising is present on the different websites? And the fourth point was the notion of opening and connection with the other website. For example, Agoravox considers that he is inside a network, and he considers that he is the center of a network. Or Rue89 or LePost considers that they are open to other websites. And to my own opinion, I will come back. Problem to find. It's very good. Try it. Next one. Okay. Okay. I consider that I am a classical news website. I was very surprised by first the poor efficiency of this kind of site in terms of hot news. For example, if you could go to the front page, you will see that the different articles that are shown on the front page are very different. And we could not be able to know exactly what's happened in France or in the world during the last hour. So the kind of hot news was I think it's very poor. The second point is that sometimes there are very, very high quality articles with some contributors who make some very, very good works. And very often I think that the debate is very too long, and very often are poor in terms of content. When you compare the time you spend to read the article and to see what is the debate, and you consider that you have a lot part of you lose your time very often. Thank you.